because it can be intimidating for sure because there's so many options. And there will be times when you may get lost.
The first thing that I did here was to get lost in the city, and especially since it's a huge city, there were a lot of opportunities to get lost.
As an international student, my first day was a very tricky and a mess. I had to ask people around and ask MTA agents about the right place.
I got familiar with the commute from Jersey City to Manhattan and to Brooklyn in a fairly quick way because I live in Jersey City and my internship site is in Brooklyn and I take my classes in Manhattan.
In the morning, I head on the path, go through the exchange place and transfer to the subway at World Trade Center. After 2 stops, I will arrive at Brooklyn and do my internship.
My biggest line, just because of where I live, is the yellow line. So that's the Q, R, W, those lines, and those pretty much go everywhere. I could go to Times Square, I could go further down to Brooklyn.
When you go to the subway, the first thing that you would do is to get a card, a metro card or an OT tap, and use that to enter the subway.
I think my biggest advice is make Google Maps your best friend. Before I go anywhere, if it's somewhere new, I will do the whole Google Maps route before I even leave, and I'll be okay, I need 30 minutes to travel. That's what it says on Google Maps. I'm giving myself 45 minutes because if there's some type of complication, if I miss a train, because trains are unreliable. So yeah, I give myself just that extra time so that if something goes wrong, I'm not completely frazzled or late to wherever I'm trying to go.
The first thing that I do is to go to the conductor's compartment. So that is where the conductor always stops. Inside the compartment, try and look for more crowded compartments so that you're not very isolated in case something happens.
My favorite thing is to do routes that I have a transfer that's 1 minute or across the platform. Because sometimes you could go to Times Square, for example, and have to walk 5 minutes to the next place that you have to transfer, and that in itself could be stressful. So I look for the things with the shortest transfer times or the least effort.
So transfer from bus to bus, subway to bus, or bus to subway is free as long as you pay the fares within 2 hours.
Every station has multiple entrances and exits. So for an example, if I'm going to Tandon School from 8th Street NYU, so I have to take the direction of Brooklyn and downtown, and every train need not stop at every station, so there is something known as express and local.
NYU also provide free shuttles between school locations and dormitory locations for its students, faculties, and staff. After midnight, you can use Save NYU app to request Save Ride from school locations to your dormitory.
In terms of cabs, most cabs do take online payments. So you can try Lyfts or Ubers or even the New York taxis.
Bike travel is also convenient and healthy. Whether it's city bike, city e-bike, or your own bike, you could find plenty of docking locations all over the campus.
I know a lot of students choose to live in New Jersey because it's fairly cheap and quiet. So if you ever choose to live in an apartment that is outside of New York City, don't worry about it.
The PATH trains are what comes from from Jersey City to New York.
I like New Jersey Transit actually a lot. So you go to Penn Station, you can use any major New York train station to go to Penn Station, and then you get a ticket at their New Jersey Transit area.
By this, I think these are the things, if you are being mindful about, you'll have a very good experience in the NYC.
So welcome to New York University and hope to see you on the train.